Right now at 10, taking the stage, Wisconsin Supreme Court candidates trade barbs on ethics and partisanship in their only debate before Election Day. And Wisconsin Democrats introduce a bill protecting abortion rights. Dems say a majority of Wisconsinites support reproductive freedom. Plus, an annual moneymaker for lacrosse. A study shows Oktoberfest brings in $26 million a year.
Watching WKBT Lacrosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. The election is just 2 weeks away. Today, our sister station WISC hosted former Justice Dan Kelly and Milwaukee County Judge Janet Protasewicz for their only debate before the April 4th election for state Supreme Court. Now, this election will decide what majority controls the court, with things like abortion access and redistricting on the line. Wisconsin's district lines were last drawn in 2022 by a GOP legislature and have faced criticism for gerrymandering. One reporter in today's debate asked how Protasewicz would show fairness following her active criticism of districts in Wisconsin. Protasewicz said she doesn't think anyone believes the district maps are fair. Kelly responded, saying Protasewicz is letting her personal politics get in the way.
I can assure you that every single case that I will ever handle will be rooted in the law, 100%. You look at the dissent in that maps case. That dissent is what I would tell you I agree with.
See, this is a judicial election. You should be talking about things that the courts do, the Constitution, the rule of law, judicial philosophy, what it takes to be a good jurist, how you do the analysis to squeeze out personal views.
And concerns about personal philosophies have been a consistent issue. Wisconsin Supreme Court is traditionally a nonpartisan race, but Kelly has long ties to the Republican Party, while Protasewicz is endorsed by the Democratic Party of Wisconsin. Meantime, Wisconsin Democrats are resurrecting a bill to repeal the state's 1849 abortion ban. Governor Tony Evers and Democratic colleagues reintroduced the measure at a press conference today. Democrats introduced the bill last June before the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, but the Republican-controlled legislature rejected it. Evers says statewide poll data shows where Wisconsinites stand on abortion access, and that Democrats will continue to fight for, quote, the will of the people.
What this bill will do is simple. It will restore access to safe, legal abortion in Wisconsin to what it was on June 23rd, 2022, nothing more and nothing less.
The Democrat action comes a week after Republicans introduced a bill of their own that would allow exceptions for rape and incest to the state ban, as well as clarify abortions to protect the health of the mother. Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos called their bill a, quote, reasonable middle ground. Evers said last week he would veto that bill because Wisconsin women would have fewer abortion rights than when Roe was in place. Across the river, meanwhile, Minnesota is making moves to become a refuge for people seeking abortions. The State House voted yesterday to prohibit enforcement of laws, subpoenas, judgments, or extradition requests from other states against people who perform abortions or help people get abortions. Supporters point to a Texas law that deputizes people to enforce their state's restrictions by allowing them to sue anyone who helps a person get an abortion elsewhere. Minnesota Republicans argue these laws leave no restrictions on abortions at all. Today was the first day of early in-person voting in Wisconsin. Lacrosse voters can vote at City Hall 8 a.m. to 4 through this Thursday. Hours are the same next week, except for Friday, when those polls will be open from 8 to 5. Remember to bring a photo ID with you, and if you need to register, you have to have proof of residence with you as well. And if you received an absentee ballot in the mail, you can return it during those hours you see there, but do not use the drop box outside City Hall.
Well, second day in a row hitting 50-plus degrees here in La Crosse. In fact, many spots touched that 50-degree mark for today. 50 was the high in Winona and Sparta, 53 here in La Crosse, 52 in Preston and Viroqua, 54 in Decorah, 57 in Prairie du Chien, and flirting with 60 down in Boscobel with that high of 59. Cooler to the north, my goodness, only 38 for you folks in Eau Claire. You found yourself on the wrong side of a frontal boundary, and you still have some snow on the ground up there as well. Now, all is quiet this evening. Streets are dry. That could change later tonight. You can see some rain showers still west of Interstate 35. But this narrow band of rain showers will continue to track east-northeast across the area as that area of low pressure over South Dakota tracks by to our north. So we do have a chance for some rain showers overnight, maybe some snow showers far north, where temperatures are a little closer to freezing. 35 in Eau Claire, 36 in Black River Falls, 44 though in La Crosse, and 46 in Prairie du Chien. So mostly cloudy overnight. That chance for a period of rain showers, maybe some snow showers mixed in far north. Lows in La Crosse around 40 degrees. Schoolcast for tomorrow, any showers will exit early, maybe even before 7 a.m. And then kind of a mix of clouds and sun for the rest of the day. 46 by lunchtime, afternoon highs right around 50 degrees. We might have to get used to these little batches of light rain and snow showers moving through from time to time. I'll explain with my 8-day forecast coming up.
Thanks a lot, Bill. Back on the news side of things this evening, it is no secret Oktoberfest brings an economic boom to the La Crosse area, but just how much might surprise you. A study from UW-Whitewater estimated that last year's Oktoberfest weekend had a $26 million impact on La Crosse's economy. That's $11 million more than the previous study found back in 2014. Explore La Crosse's executive director says this directly impacts the local workforce.
Those dollars that are spent in our stores, our dining rooms, the restaurants, the hotels and so forth, helps support jobs throughout our entire area.
He predicts that this year's Oktoberfest will match or, if not surpass, the amount made last year.
Oktoberfest is fun. Chance to introduce the area to people that maybe haven't been here before or have taken a little break because of the pandemic and are comfortable now coming back and rediscovering or discovering the La Crosse region.
Now, the festival's board of directors will begin preparing for this year's Oktoberfest starting next week. Viroqua is now home to a brand new child care center. The center is owned by Viroqua area schools and is expected to address a child care shortage in the Viroqua area. According to a district administrator, over 250 children in Viroqua need care, and parents have been forced to try and make ends meet.
We have multiple that are live here, work here, but are driving to other communities for childcare. Grandparents or flexible schedules with every day maybe somebody different that's watching their child.
The new learning center's capacity is a bit over 100 people. For now, the center will care for 40 children. Learning Center is also hosting an open house. Community members will be welcome to attend. We've got more details on our website. The La Crosse Public Library is making parents' lives just a little bit easier. This here is the Tot Spot, a reserved workspace for caregivers. It was installed last week, and library employees say the community has already shown interest. It's equipped with everything caregivers need to get some important work done and keep an eye on the little ones.
Maybe they need to apply to jobs, maybe they just need to work on the computer for a little while, and so this is a really great spot for them to come to where their child can be entertained and they can get some work done.
Library employees are thinking about expanding depending on community interest. After the break, the latest on the investigation into former President Trump's business records. Trump was not arrested today, but police are prepared in downtown New York in case protesters get violent.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford truck to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
She locked him in his room, starved her son to death. The 16-year-old boy weighed only 42 pounds when he died. She could have got 25 years, but she got lucky. Judge Janet Protasewicz set her free. No time in prison. He strangled and raped his 79-year-old aunt. He faced 25 years, but he got lucky too. Protasewicz let him off with only 5. Tell Judge Protasewicz this is not justice. Stop protecting criminals.
Sick of running out of hot water? The professionals at Maxwell White are here to handle all of your water heater needs. Our licensed technicians can install, repair, or replace any type of water heater with same-day or next-day service. Call Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Former President Trump was not arrested today despite his own recent claim on his. Manhattan District Attorney is investigating if Trump falsified business records by having Michael Cohen, his one-time personal attorney, pay Stormy Daniels to keep quiet about an alleged affair. Michael George is outside Manhattan Criminal Court with the latest.
Barricades were put up around Lower Manhattan for the second day in a row as the NYPD prepares for protests in the event former President Trump is indicted. All officers were ordered to be in full uniform and ready to mobilize, though Trump's claim that he was going to be arrested on Tuesday never came to fruition.
The Secret Service will shadow him.
A.T. Smith was the deputy director of the Secret Service. He says law enforcement will be able to handle the potentially chaotic scene if Trump surrenders to authorities.
The Secret Service is very well equipped to handle large crowds, large visits, things that are unique in the way of protection. They're planning ahead for anything that could go wrong.
Sources tell CBS News that the grand jury's work here is nearly done. Prosecutors are considering whether to bring in any final witnesses.
I think this is the definition of unprecedented.
Hofstra Law School professor James Sample says Trump will do what he can to avoid going to trial.
No matter when the indictment comes, it will be a matter of months before this case goes to trial. Donald Trump is famous for trying to drag out legal proceedings.
With the 2024 Republican primaries less than a year away, even Trump's GOP opponents are rallying behind him.
When you get into political prosecutions like this, it's more about revenge than it is about justice.
There are 4 separate investigations into Trump. He's denied wrongdoing in all of them. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
For now, Trump remains at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida, speaking to advisors. Crowds are also gathering outside his estate to support the former president. Coming up after the break, a national weight loss trend is making it harder for those with diabetes to get their medication. And health experts say people using those meds to lose a little weight aren't creating long-term results. You're watching News 8 Now at 10.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. We've got an area of low pressure that's going to track by to our north overnight tonight. How will it impact our area? I'll have the answer with my 8-day forecast after the break.
Expand your outdoor living space and get 11% off all concrete landscape blocks from Menards. Check out our great selection of patio blocks. Get 4 12x12 patio blocks for just $5 after rebate. Continue your outdoor renovations with Forever Green Crabgrass Preventer and Fertilizer. Designed to prevent crabgrass from growing on your lawn, a 32-pound bag of Crabgrass Preventer with Turf Food Fertilizer is $19.99 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's Showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
People that have come to me for financial coaching have told me that they've learned more from me in 10 minutes than they did with their other guy in 10 years. Or they'll tell me, I've never looked at things from that angle before. If you want to learn more about financial management and your future, come see me. I'll do it for free, no invoice. Give the money man a call at Firefighters Credit Union. Let's make things happen.
On abortion rights, do you want extremist Dan Kelly holding the gavel? Kelly wants abortion banned even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. He'll uphold the 1849 criminal abortion law that allows doctors and nurses to be jailed for performing abortions. And he'll strip women of their freedom to make their own decision on abortion. So don't give Dan Kelly a gavel with your vote. He's just too extreme.
Visit the Early Bird Home Show, going on now at the Ford Store Home Improvements. Lowest prices of the year on your 2023 project. Windows, bathrooms, and more.
Nationwide, diabetes patients have been struggling to get medication because those same medications are also being prescribed for weight loss. Closer to home, a pharmacist from Gunderson Health System says those shortages are starting to ease up. People with diabetes rely on medications like Ozempic to help them control blood sugar. And going without the medication or rationing it can lead to more health issues.
When they can't get it, they're at risk for complications related to diabetes, high blood pressure, at risk of a heart attack, kidney disease, eye damage from high blood sugars.
Ozempic is labeled as a diabetic medication. You may also have heard of Wegovy, which is labeled as a weight loss medication. It contains the same medication as Ozempic, but at a higher dose. Its popularity across the U.S. is increasing as people see celebrities tout the effects on social media, and telehealth companies make it easy to get a prescription. Now, Wegovy will help people lose weight, but Ertz says it's not a permanent fix. Diet and exercise are key to getting healthier.
It's a hard thing. Sometimes treatment is necessary. But again, the lifestyle change is what is going to make it successful. If you don't change your lifestyle, when you stop taking that medication for weight loss, the weight's going to come back.
Ertz says the demand for Wegovy is increasing, but the cost is also high. He says since it's labeled as a weight loss drug, most insurance plans won't cover it, and it costs roughly $900 for a month's supply. While that shortage ends, another shortage is underway for a cancer drug. Pluvicto, a drug used to treat late-stage prostate cancer, is in short supply. The drug maker Novartis says one of its factories in Italy had to pause in May because of quality issues. Production was also suspended at a New Jersey plant that makes the drug for Canada. Both plants started up again in June, but they haven't kept up with demand. Novartis hopes the New Jersey plant could get authorized to produce the medication for the U.S. as well. Time to switch gears, talk some weather with Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl.
Well, two warmest days of the year so far, today and yesterday, both reaching 50-plus degrees here. Again, we had that 51 yesterday, 53 for a high today, and we may make it 3 in a row tomorrow. We'll be right around 50 degrees for a high. Now, pretty much even Steven on the month there. 11 of the days have been below average for that high temperature, and 10 of the days, including the last 2, have been above average. All right, currently dry. That could change overnight. As I mentioned at the top of the hour, a chance of rain showers moves in overnight. Again, there's the high. 53, the low was 30, averages are 48 and 28, 75 and 3 below are the records. No rainfall today, but again, for the year, almost 6 inches, about 2.3 inches above average, and snow for the season, none today, but almost 54 inches for the season. That's about a foot above average. Currently 44 degrees out at the airport with a mostly cloudy sky, 46 here at the station. Winds out of the east 15 gusting to 23 in the Mississippi, falling now 5.66 feet, 35 degrees for you folks in Eau Claire. Feels like 26 with an easterly wind at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So we've had a frontal boundary draped right across the area. And again, you folks in Eau Claire know that you are on the cold side of that front with highs only in the upper 30s. It's 35 now, 36 in Black River Falls, and we saw 50s for highs down to the south here, and current temperatures in the low to mid 40s still in many spots. Winds out of the south and southeast at around 5 to 15, and as you saw, gusting 20 to 25 miles per hour. So mainly cloudy, but the rain chances so far still west of Interstate 35. But you can see that shield of rain progressing east-northeastward as an area of low pressure spinning over near Aberdeen, South Dakota. Will spin by to our north tonight. So that's going to bring this little narrow band of precipitation to our area overnight. And then another surge of moisture brings another chance of rain and snow showers tomorrow night. So Sky Tracker showing, again, not a long-lasting event here, maybe a couple of hours of rain showers, snow showers possible far north. That quickly moves out, so the bulk of tomorrow is looking dry and kind of like today, a mix of clouds and sun. Now tomorrow night, Sky Tracker keeping the bulk of the precipitation down to the south. Other forecast models do have it a little farther north, so I can't discount that. And that's why I do have at least a slight chance for some rain and snow showers region-wide tomorrow night into early Thursday. But much of Thursday is looking dry as well, especially by afternoon, as it looks like we will see some clearing. Now, anything that falls tonight, mainly liquid, with temperatures in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees for central and southern parts of the area. Again, kind of along and north of Interstate 94, low to mid-30s, so there may be some snowflakes trying to mix in there. And then highs tomorrow, Either side of 50 for La Crosse County, some low 50s down to the south, lots of 51s. Cooler those we head back to the north, 45 in Whitehall, around 41 in Eau Claire, even some upper 30s up towards Bloomer and Ladysmith. So for tonight, mostly cloudy. That chance of rain showers, kind of a brief period, maybe some snow showers far north, lows in La Crosse around 40. Any showers exit early tomorrow. Most of the day dry. Highs around 50 degrees, and that slight chance of rain and snow showers tomorrow night, maybe lingering into Thursday morning, 44. And then about every other day, at least slight chances for light rain or snow showers Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday. Nothing significant at this point, and highs staying mainly in the 40s, but that's a little bit below average. Our average high 48 degrees right now. So again, that kind of slow start to the spring warm-up looks to continue.
All right. Thanks very much, Bill.
Okay.
Still ahead in sports, Global Pride on the line in the World Baseball Classic. Plus, Badger basketball continuing its run in the NIT with a quarterfinal clash at Oregon. Rob's got those highlights and more next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Your health care should be unique to you. At Mayo Clinic Health System, they get to know your story and customize a treatment plan that fits your needs.
Ashley's anniversary mattress sale is going on now. Celebrate decades of restful nights with incredible value on Ashley Sleep mattresses. And for a limited time, receive a free adjustable base upgrade with the purchase of an Ashley Sleep Align mattress set, only at Ashley.
During Markdown Madness at Dahl Auto, choose from over 700 vehicles at 6 Dahl dealerships. Then make no payments until June. Plus, sell or trade your old car to get an extra $500 over book value. This month only at Dahl Auto.
Hey, Dad, look.
Us.
This is the magma chamber.
This isn't us, is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What? And when our phones have turned us into this, LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them? We gotta fix this. It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. Feels good. And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Sheriffs like us from around the state are supporting Daniel Kelly for Wisconsin Supreme Court. Justice Kelly's opponent, Janet Protasiewicz, is a Milwaukee County judge with a long history of letting dangerous criminals back into our streets.
Directly undermining the work of our officers and putting your family at risk. We can't afford to have judges who put their own agendas above the law. It's time we start prioritizing justice again, not politics.
Vote Daniel Kelly for Wisconsin Supreme Court.
Selling your car yourself can take weeks. Selling to an online reseller takes days. Selling your car to Dahl Auto takes 30 minutes. And you'll get an extra $500 over book value. Dahl Auto. Simple.
This year at Ashley's anniversary sale, we were able to secure a more affordable price on the same great quality as before, and we're passing those savings on to you. And bonus savings on outdoor furniture. Plus, we're offering 5 years special financing, only at Ashley.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
It might not be the March Madness the Badgers were hoping to be a part of, but Wisconsin is still playing meaningful basketball, and back-to-back wins have the Badgers in the quarterfinals of the NIT. Let's go to Eugene. Badgers clashing with the Ducks. Pick it up first half. Jordan Davis wide open. He's going to knock down the 3. Wisconsin would take a 4-point lead. Then later in the half, Badgers still in control. Max Klesmit, strong drive. Count it. Plus the foul. Wisconsin would take a 1-point lead into the break, but here come the Ducks in the second half. Oregon goes on a run of its own. That 3 ball is good. Ducks take a 4-point lead, and they kept pouring it on later in the half. Another one from behind the arc. Oregon goes ahead by 8, but don't worry, Badgers fans. Less than a minute to go. Badgers clawing back. Chucky coming up clutch. Big 3 for Hepburn gives the Badgers the lead. Final seconds now. One final chance for the Ducks, down 3. They get a good look, but it's going to be off the mark. And how about those Badgers? Wisconsin is heading to Vegas. They get the win 61-58. Might be the first full day of spring, but the winter sports season is not over yet. The Lions have been tearing apart the competition. They've been on a mission since day 1 of the regular season. And now the Spring Grove boys basketball team is just 3 wins away from a state title. The Lions punched their ticket to the state tournament last week with an impressive 57-48 win over Goodhue in the section championship. Now the Lions are headed to the Twin Cities. Spring Grove will take on Mankato Loyola in the quarterfinals tomorrow night at 5 in the Williams Arena in Minneapolis. Spring Grove comes into this matchup with a record of 29-1. Their only loss coming at the end of December. Should be a good one tomorrow night. Lions looking to advance to the state semifinals. On to the pros now. It's been almost 4 months, but there's optimism in Minnesota that Timberwolves star Karl Anthony Towns could be back as early as Wednesday. Towns has missed the last 52 games due to a calf injury he sustained back in late November. He was expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks. Then it jumped to 8 to 12 weeks, and now almost 16 weeks later, Towns is finally ready to get back in the lineup and try to help the Wolves get into the playoffs. Minnesota currently a game under 500 on the season, but just a game behind Golden State for that 6th playoff spot. On the diamond now, the Eagles have been flying high as of late, make it 5 straight now for the UWL baseball team. An impressive 11-2 win today over Kalamazoo College in their final spring break game of the year. A season high in hits for the Eagles with 14 knocks in this one. They improved to 6-2 on the year as the Eagles get set to begin conference play this weekend against UW Stout. All right, all on the line tonight in the WBC final in Miami, USA and Japan. What an intro. Captain America Mike Trout leading the U.S. against Shohei Ohtani's squad. And the Americans strike first. Trey Turner does it again in the second. Turner torches one to left. Solo shot puts the U.S. on the board, but Japan strikes right back in the bottom of the inning. Munetaka Murakami crushes one to right, and this one gets out in a hurry. Just like that, we're all tied at 1. Japan would take the lead. They add to it in the 4th. Kazuma Okamoto launches one to deep left center field, and that's going to double Japan's lead, makes it 3-1. Let's fast forward to the 8th now. The USA running out of time, but Kyle Schwarber says not so fast. The big man with the big blast to right field, and this one was gone in a hurry. A Schwarbomb for Schwarber. Just like that, Americans right back in it. Deficit cut in half. It's 3-2, so we get the showdown we want. Mike Trout against Shohei Ohtani in the 9th. Last chance for the U.S., and Ohtani wins the battle. Trout goes down swinging, and Japan is back atop the baseball world. They win the WBC for the 3rd time, 3-2 the final. A fun-filled night of sports.
Absolutely.
That's how you do it, baby.
And I got to say, producer Leah and I, from the other side of the room, watching you watch the World Baseball Classic final, we were getting as much enjoyment as if we were watching the game with you.
I can't wait. It was a great game. Ohtani, Trout, just what we kind of predicted at 6. I can't wait for the season to start now.
In this tournament, nobody threw a pitch faster than Ohtani. Nobody hit a ball harder than Shohei Ohtani.
He's a unicorn. I mean, we're legitimately seeing the greatest baseball player probably of all time. And it's hard to say when you're in that, when you're kind of seeing it in real time. But, I mean, what can he do?
Oh, he's incredible. On opening day, just over a week away.
I can't wait.
Can't wait. Rob, thanks so much. More news after this.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses? See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
Morning. Hardee's 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast starts your day with made-from-scratch sausage and egg biscuits, biscuit and gravy, or sweet cinnamon roll. Pick any 2, just $5. My rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
On abortion rights, do you want extremist Dan Kelly holding the gavel? Kelly wants abortion banned even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. He'll uphold the 1849 criminal abortion law that allows doctors and nurses to be jailed for performing abortions. And he'll strip women of their freedom to make their own decision on abortion. So don't give Dan Kelly a gavel with your vote. He's just too extreme.
The new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X is equipped to conquer the great outdoors. Or the great indoors. Welcome to the peak of premium off-roading. Or get 2.9% APR for 5 years and no monthly payments for 90 days on turbo high-output engine Sierra light-duty elevation models.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, Our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
It's the Hardee's Star Deal Combo. Get a Hardee's Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger, crispy 3-piece hand-breaded chicken tenders, or original hot ham and cheese with a small fry and drink for just $5.99. My Rewards members get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Playing an instrument takes years of practice and skill. Well, News 8 Now's Dua Israr introduces us to 2 Luther High School seniors who are making sure their music is heard in more ways than one.
Every great musician's journey starts on a small stage.
He's probably the best singer I know, and I play guitar, so I asked him if he'd sing for a band.
Just ask Jack Hum and Cole Bryant.
Jack and I played in the talent show together.
Their friendship has a special rhythm to it.
We'll go downstairs and we'll play him for 2 or 3 hours at a time.
Even when the music stops.
Why not try to build my own? You know what I mean?
What one friend does, the other is sure to follow.
That's super cool. I want to do that too.
In this studio, guitar practice involves more than just learning the chords.
But we just need a really big grub screw.
Keep showing kids that there aren't any limits. I mean, your limit is where your imagination stops.
With every guitar made, Jack and Cole get closer to perfection. Even though perfection doesn't earn them a single penny.
The ones that we sold started to pay for the ones that we built, so it's just kind of a cycle.
These 4 walls may not belong to Madison Square Garden.
It is an absolute joy to be able to work with your hands and build certain things.
For these seniors, their guitars someday might.
To be building the best guitars in the world.
Reporting in Onalaska, Dua Israr, News 8 Now.
Jack is now enrolled in Gallup School of Guitar Building and plans on pursuing this as a full-time career. One of their guitars will be auctioned off at Luther High's annual fundraiser next month. We'll be right back with one last check of your forecast after this.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page or find us at news8000.com.
Come to Slumberland and get 20% off our beautiful new furniture and decor during our Spring Spruce Up event. Plus extra discounts on recliners, patios, Sealy mattresses, and sectionals. Get an extra 20% off right now at Slumberland Furniture.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
Dan Kelly and his friends are lying about Judge Janet Protasiewicz.
He wants to scare you because he can't talk about his own record.
Dan Kelly has never sentenced a single criminal to prison.
Not one.
That's a fact.
And as a private attorney, Kelly got rich defending sex predators who posed as youth ministers to sexually assault young girls.
That's the truth.
The bottom line is that Dan Kelly won't keep our community safe.
He's an extremist
who doesn't care about us.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. And current Chevy owners get $2,500 cash allowance on this Silverado with a turbo high-output engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
It's the grand reopening event at Blaine's Farm and Fleet of La Crosse this Thursday through Saturday. Join us for huge store-wide savings in every department. Enter daily for your chance to win over $10,000 worth of gift cards and prizes. Catch daily on-site expert demos. And this Saturday only, special appearances from Packers legend Bill Schrader and Formula Drift driver Dylan Hughes. Celebrate and save at Blaine's Farm and Fleet of La Crosse during our grand reopening event starting this Thursday.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Sleeping in pain or too hot? Come to Slumberland and get 20% off mattresses. Find your perfect mattress with our easy rating system and save big. Get a Sealy Queen mattress for just $4.99. Only at Slumberland.
Again, that area of low pressure tracking by to our north tonight. That narrow band of rain showers moves through most of our area. Maybe some snowflakes far north. Most in La Crosse around 40 degrees. Another chance of rain and snow showers tomorrow night.
All right. Thanks a lot, Bill, and thanks for joining us tonight at 10. We'll see you tomorrow.